Will tourism boom if they legalize the shroom? Voters in Denver, they have them there, Dana, will soon decide whether magic mushrooms should be decriminalized. Enough people signed the petition to put the proposal on the ballot, which goes up for a vote in May. Now, recreational pot has been legal in Colorado since 2012, but Denver could become the first city in the U.S. to decriminalize a hallucinogenic drug. And if it does, wait till you see the ads from the tourism board.
There's never been a better time to visit Denver. Home of the Broncos. Coors Light. Mile High. And I'm a little baby. Skiing. Avalanche. Rocky Mountain. Skiing. Denver. Take a trip.
That's the best. Kat, you like me, you think that all these things have medicinal properties, and this is a good sign, no?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Decriminalize it, 1,000%. Even if it didn't have any medical value, even if it was just so people wanted to see, dragons, I think that's fine. I think that's fine too. It's not the choice that I would personally make, but in this country, it's supposed to be a free one, and we should stop locking people up for what they choose to put inside their own bodies. That's number one. Number two is, this actually does have legitimate medical purposes. The FDA actually found that it can be a breakthrough therapy for depression. You know what sucks, Greg?
What?
Depression.
Yes, it does. I don't know why I said what.
Yeah.
Yes.
So why are we gonna not take advantage of something like this just because it has a stigma around it?
Yeah.
I think that they should definitely decriminalize it, and I think everyone should decriminalize all the things except for murder.
Oh, good. I'm glad you established.
I do draw the line somewhere, Greg.
That's right. Yeah, it's a chalk outline apparently.
Yeah.
Tyrus, thank you very much. They laughed. Tyrus, the problem with illegal drugs is you can't get a standard dosage, so people end up ODing. But if you legalize something, then you have a dosage that you can control. That's the way I look at it.
So I'm still tripping out from the video. So
Yeah.
took me back some places. I agree with Kat, even with the murder thing. I'm with you.
Anti-murder.
I agree. Also, when you take the element of crime out. Now, many moons ago, children, in another lifetime, we'll call this guy George, okay? George was in college with some of his friends on the weekend, and one of his buddies came in from Wisconsin, weird guy, and he might have brought a bag of things that resembled what we're talking about today.
Right.
Shrooms or mushrooms. I think they're called shrooms in the street, correct? And they might have tried said shrooms, this George character, whoever he is, and it takes you there. And there, at one point, George couldn't stop laughing to the point where he thought maybe he had to go to the hospital because he was laughing at everything. But there was an old river pitcher in the middle of the living room. And to get to one side of the living room to the other, George and said friends took their shoes off and rolled their pants up so they could cross the living room and not get their feet wet. George had new Jordans he had just got from home, and there was no way in hell he was getting them wet. So, and after that, and a headache later, we realized, you know what? This shroom thing really isn't for George. So, I get it. Now, maybe if we would have went to a Walgreens and got a proper prescription, I wouldn't have thought my house was flooded.
You mean George? You mean George?
George, yeah, George.
Dana, this is Colorado.
To ask about
it's
this.
Don't pretend.
No.
Colorado.
Pretend what?
We know.
Oh, no.
Wyoming's beautiful neighbor, Colorado.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, my family all lives in Denver.
Yeah.
Other family, and friends all around Colorado, they think it's been terrible.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, they're not happy. And look, and I know, all the hate comes at you if you say that. I'm for states' rights, and I get that. And I know sometimes, I have that saying, you have to be for what's going to happen. These legalizations are going to happen. So my request is just that people be mindful, keep children safe, and do what the police say, like don't drink and drive, don't do all that stuff,
Right.
and then let's just see how it goes. I am very encouraged and excited about the medicinal properties that it has, and if you can use it to help treat people, especially our warriors that came back with PTSD, then absolutely we should do that.
Very good, very good. Rob, you're kind of the expert on this, I would say.
By the way, Dana is so high right now. It's insane. No. Yeah, I'm an activist in the, sort of in this community. I have to say that they're one of the reasons why these things should be legalized, decriminalized. They're not addictive. There's no research says they're addictive at all. They're incredibly helpful for people, PTSD victims, assault victims, psychoactive and psychedelic drugs. So psilocybin, MDMA, even LSD. You know, LSD. The founder of AA went to Canada in the early 50s for LSD treatment. And that was one of the reasons why there's a spiritual element to AA, because he had a spiritual experience. This is sort of serious stuff, and the reason we don't have them now is because of like incredibly crackpot bureaucrats who want to control everything you do, and a federal government that can't let something go. And they did it in the 70s and in the 80s, and it's time now for us to sort of like, you know, enter the new century and treat it with great respect, and you got to treat it with like, these are serious medicines, but they can absolutely transform people's lives for the good.
All right, we get it. We get it.
You hear that, George?
You're a dealer.
You don't do that with your friends on a Wednesday when you're bored, George, wherever you are.
First one's free.
First one's free. First one's free. They got to lose the magic, so it's not a novelty. Just call it something else. Maybe you can't go, I'll have the magic mushrooms, please. It's like, it's just not right.